We're happy to be continuing. Want to talk about relationships. Relationships are all about how we connect with people, and connection is an innate human need. Humans are wired to connect, which affects our overall health and wellness. When we have a feeling of connection, it can help us maintain healthy weight, it can help us control our blood sugars better, improve our likelihood of developing chronic illness, but also how we respond to chronic illness, and certainly is going to improve our mental health and overall well being as well. Florence Nightingale, who was a famous nurse from several years back, said the needs of the spirit are as crucial to health as those individual organs which make up our body, which is simply saying that we have to fulfill the needs of our spirit, which is connecting with people as well, if we want our body to be healthy. And that's equally as important as our heart is beating, our brain is working. It's as important as all the organs in our body.
We can't emphasize enough the importance of this pillar. It is often overlooked, it's not thought of, but we can't emphasize it enough. And we really want you to understand that relationships are vital to your overall health. So a study looked at how do we get to be 100 years old? What do we need to do? How do we live in order to get to be 100 years old? And here are 3 through 10 that they found in this. Certainly, there's some debate around the flu vaccine now with all the stuff coming out from the CDC, but we know that taking care of ourselves, breathing clean air, exercising, eating right, and those things are super, super important. But what are the top two things that will get us to be 100 years old? It's close relationships and social integration. We must continue to have strong, close relationships in our family and our friends, and be involved in social things. This may be two people, three people, a group of people, but be involved. Find things that people do that are like-minded that you, and your life will be fulfilled. This is all from the book, The Village Effect by Susan Pinker. This is a book about social connection and ties to the fact of how important social connection is to our overall health.
So, an action step for you guys is to assess your relationships. Do you have quality relationships in your life that are meaningful? Do you connect with like minded people? And realizing that our connections impact our health more than our genetics. So often we hear that, well, I'm going to have diabetes because everybody in my family has diabetes. However, you're less likely to have diabetes if you hang out with people, you associate with people that do not have diabetes. So you could have several people that have blood sugar imbalances in your life, and they live in Florida and you live in Huron, and you hang out with a great group of friends, you guys connect, you eat well, you move well, you do all the right things. You're far less likely for those genetics to impact you. Certainly there's going to be relationships around us that maybe aren't as quality or aren't as meaningful, and we just have to do our best to understand that sometimes those relationships are going to be there, but we're going to keep them at a safe distance and not maybe base as much off of those relationships. And then certainly connecting with like-minded people means connecting with people who have the same interests, connecting with people who like to do the same sport as you or like to do the same craft as you. It doesn't just have to be people that you work with, but it certainly can be people that you work with. And so, like I said, the action steps is to make sure you start surrounding yourself with those people. Look at things you like to do and look at the people that are also doing that and maybe bring those in as some of your relationships. So often, when we talk about working out, a lot of people are fearful of going to the gym. But maybe if you went to the gym first, you would find people who are also going to the gym and they can become your people. People say they don't want to go if they have to go by themselves, but if you have to drag somebody along with you, they're maybe not like minded. Whereas the people that are already there have the same intention in mind. And then clean up your relationships. Just like I said on the last slide, keep those people at a safe distance if we know that they're not a meaningful and quality relationship, but sometimes they have to be in our lives. A great example is like coworkers. Maybe there's somebody on your team that you don't connect with as well. Well, they're gonna be there. Like they have to keep showing up for work, and so do you. But that doesn't mean that that relationship has to ruin everything else for you. Keep them at a safe distance, work with them amicably, and move on. And the other thing we want to touch on tying into relationships is purpose and having a sense of purpose in life. It's incredibly important to feel like your life is giving something. So figure out, what gives your life meaning and value. People with a clear sense of purpose, they live longer, they live healthier lives, their relationships are more fulfilled. And so what we do as an organization in November, December timeframe, we read the One Word That Will Change Your Life book. It's a very short read, but it gives you the tools and the inspiration to help you look up, look out, and look in to figure out the word that you want to guide your year. And that's oftentimes how people help discover their purpose or fine tune or fulfill their purpose even more if they're living according to that word that they feel is important for the year.
So just touching on a couple of those things that Ashley talked about is number one is again, our relationships are super, super important, and we can't emphasize that enough. And then our purpose. Our purpose is what gets us out of bed every morning, get excited about what we're doing. And that ties into this ikigai. And the thing with this is it's a Japanese word that brings four things together. And we want to find our lives and live in our ikigai. So it starts with what do you love to do? What the world needs and what you're good at and what you can get paid for. And that's what you really want to find with what you're doing with your work. Now, of course, we could take the what you get paid for out of there and do the things that we do with volunteerism and stuff like that. But we really want to find that ikigai with our passion, our mission, our profession, our vocation, so that we're living an ikigai life every day. And I know certainly I am.
The one thing I want to add in here as well is that we've had discussion too around the what you get paid for, and it doesn't always have to be like a monetary transaction. So maybe also it's viewing what you're looking for as payment, and volunteerism or an activity that doesn't actually involve any type of monetization could still be something you're getting paid for in some way. Maybe you're getting paid for in fulfillment. Maybe you're getting paid for because of the joy it's bringing, or there's other ways. It doesn't have to be that you're getting paid an hourly wage to do this thing, but you're getting paid in some way is another way you could look at that.
Very well said. Very well said. Okay, so now we look at our whole health. And on the inside, that's deep in us, that's our purpose. Okay, we want to have a strong purpose, and that will help fulfill our life and we'll have a good, strong foundation. Then, as we start to move out of that, when we start making decisions and doing things through the day, it's a good thing to, first of all, when questions come up or you're observing things, you want to pause. You want to notice what's going on or listen to what you just heard, and then choose a direction to go. That way, you're not making mistakes on choices that you make, and you make better decisions and keep it strong with your decisions, maybe wrapped around your purpose and your mission in life. Then you have the self-care things. So these are all we want to be moving our body. We want to have healthy surroundings of friends, family, and just, clean environments. We want to continue to build our skills and abilities at work, on our hobbies and things like that. Our food and drink is vital to us. We want to make sure we're resting and recharging. Okay. We got to make sure that, we just don't let life get away and we're go, go, go. We got to rest and recharge. And again, super strong with that relationships here. We got to have great relationships. We want to have great spirituality, find your relationship with that and really work with that and continue to grow with that and be around like-minded people with that. And then remember the power of your mind and where that can take you and let that drive you. That's the self-care. Then our care team is a community around it. That's what we do at Help You With is your care team. Through whatever you need through healthcare, whether it's sick care, wellness care, whatever it is, have a care team that can help you. And then lastly, it's the communities we live in. We live in a wonderful community and that helps support us and is doing more and more that helps support our health with all the wellness centers that are propping up here, the outdoor activities that are there, and the social things that are in our community. That's our whole health. That's what puts us all together. It's not one thing, it's everything that comes together.
So that's the bulk of the information centered around relationships. Our last episode that we did was centered around mindfulness and the relationships also somewhat tie together. And so there was some further information that we wanted to share with you guys on that as well. And so we wanted to touch base on the vagal nerve. So the vagal nerve or the vagus nerve is the largest nerve in our body, spanning from our brain all the way down to our gut. So it plays a lot of important roles, not only just in our nervous system, but digestion as well, regulating our blood pressures and our pulses. It's going to play an impact in all of those things, as well as neurologically, like anxiety and mood as well. So, activating that vagus nerve can be very crucial in helping take our body out of fight or flight and into more of rest and digest. And the vagus nerve also operates on circadian rhythm as well. So the vagus nerve, how the stimulation is going to impact is going to be different depending on kind of where we're at in our circadian rhythm, whether it's morning or evening time, because it's going to have some relationship with cortisol, that hormone that, as we talked about in the sleep series or the sleep episode, that hormone that's highest in the morning and then gradually comes down throughout the day. So some things you can do to stimulate the vagus nerve is breath work, primarily breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, so breathing from your belly, the type of breathing that you get taught if you're doing yoga or singing, meditation, cold exposure, especially because it's that quick, kind of almost harsh stimulation. It's stressful on our body, but then we get to pull our body out of that. So it teaches our body that we can come out of stressful situations. Gagging can be a very simple one because it's something you can do very routinely every morning when you brush your teeth. You can do it. Singing, humming, and then there are vagal nerve stimulating devices that are coming out as well. The device that we use and we trust is the Truvaga device. This is a device that you apply on your neck to your cervical branch of your vagus nerve. I would just caution you that there may be some products out there that we don't know how well the quality is or how clinically it applies. So I would just be leery of just picking up something very quickly, but there are devices coming out and there's definitely are quality devices. So certainly get started today on addressing your relationships, fixing that pillar, and then surround yourself with like-minded people. We have 2 other episodes in our series coming up, and we're excited to share those with you soon. So if you have any questions in the meantime, or you want to schedule something to get to the root cause of your health problems, give our clinic a call.
Have a fantastic weekend and get out there with some great relationships and enjoy the outdoors if you can. Excellent.